floor. And you are going to read the questions from the chat, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can also Hey, Sandees, hello. Super Pavok, can you guys hear us? Are these your guys?
Maybe, but I don't know their YouTube names, but they might be. It might be. I just made a story, I posted it, so hopefully someone is going to show up. Current viewers 2, and they were waiting people 5.
Yeah, so quite a few people were waiting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is it 8 p.m.? What time is it?
8:03,
Oh.
8:04.
So 8:04, we're a little late. We apologize, guys. We were having some pizza. We were both hungry.
Yeah.
So we'll get started. First of all, welcome to the new studio.
Thank you very much. It looks nice here. The computer is so cool, but the whole studio is really cool. I like the shape of the panels that you made. You know, it looks stylish.
Yeah, it took me a few days to actually do this. So we have Rosby in the chat. Hello.
Rosby.
MG_TV. Hi.
Yeah.
And Stokari's Ninja.
And Lukáš Haluščák. Hi.
You know Lukáš?
I don't know. I have many Lukášes in my chat, so that might be one of them.
Guys, if you have a Twitch username, just put it in the chat. Oh,
looking cool with that penna. And what is the sound?
I think that's when people
show up.
Subscribe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had this one for donate. So
yeah, I need to customize all that. Like I'm really a noob when it comes to streaming. So maybe after this you can have a look at my stuff and give me some advice. Every guest that's been here has given me some really good advice on how to make it better.
And yes, now I see that the Lukáš is one of the people from my chat because he's one of the top bits donator. Do you know what is bit on Twitch?
Yes, those little stars.
Yeah, basically money, just in different shape. And there is a Richard. Ask him how was the wedding. I was at his wedding on Saturday.
So how was the wedding?
It was very good. It was really, really good, and everything was well planned, and it was just so friendly, and nothing was scripted, or how to say this, and I enjoyed it.
I'm actually really jealous because I was following your stories as well of the wedding. I love weddings, but because I don't have that many long-time friends here in Slovakia, I think I've been to 2 weddings in 14 years.
Did you get invitation to the Vlad's wedding?
No.
I
think it's the
close friends.
Close friend group, right? So
I like weddings as well, and I enjoy it because I cannot dance, but when I drink a little bit, I think I can. I still can't, but in my head it looks better.
Same to me with my Slovak.
Daniel, again, the other guy from my chat. Hi, Daniel. Studio looks lit. Yes, and you made a good progress after 4 weeks of the podcast.
I don't know if you remember the initial podcast. It looked like my butt.
But even the computer and the screens look just lit.
Yeah, so this has been the product of 3 years now of buying. And actually I bought a lot of stuff that I got rid of as well. Slowly I gifted. I'm actually giving away one of my initial capture cards. I don't know if you know the Razer. I can't remember what
I am a gamer, but I'm not good at this stuff.
So they have a capture card. It's quite okay. But I use now the Elgato.
Yes, I know that one because when I started streaming, I didn't want to show my face, so I was streaming without the webcam. But still, some people were there, and then I decided to go and start streaming IRL. So, and I thought to myself, I didn't even check anything, and immediately I bought a GoPro, and then I found out that it's the worst camera for IRL streaming ever. Because it is very hard to connect, and you never have overlay. On Twitch you want to have the overlays with new follower, new donate, new subscribe or something. But when I started, or when I got the GoPro, I tried to connect it, and it was pretty hard, and it took me 3 months to set up.
That's
through
insane. Right?
through some RTMP servers that I have to pay for and so on.
That's just not worth it.
No, it
You-
wasn't.
For that money, you could have gotten a decent camera.
Yes, but
Probably.
this was to my phone subscription. Is the word for telecom? You know,
So you got it in Pauschal.
Yes, in Pauschal.
Ah, man, they rip you off with the Pauschal.
No, they didn't.
Really?
They didn't. I got some. Not a sale, but they minus some part of the payment.
Okay.
So the camera as itself was 500 euros. I paid 200 right away, and now I pay 2 euros every month. So it was not that bad. It was very, very good deal, and there was no other camera.
No.
Oh yes, and here are the people from my chat.
So let's see. Well, let's look at the chat. Let's not ignore these guys. So Rihad, Halderko. Who's Halderko?
Halderko,
Oh.
that's the guy, one of the best. Yes. One of the best money spenders on my Twitch.
Big Daddy.
And there is Romana. She's my fiance.
Where's Romana?
Under the Ricard.
Ahoy, Romana. Yeshim, I hope you guys will. We don't know each other, but just invite me to your wedding.
Yeah, will do.
To Levice. I love Levice, by the way. Juraj, Kubro's in the chat. Kubro's my friend from Levice.
Where is Juraj?
Kubro. Where he says, yeah, shame I'm never going to get married. Otherwise, I'd invite
yes,
you.
he's above. Shame I'm not going to get married, otherwise I'll invite you.
Yeah, so Kubro, so actually Yodoch knows Jan Senesi.
Yes. He is a very good friend of mine, and now we were together at a camp, because I don't know if you know that he's a professional paintball player.
Not at all.
And so he showed kids, but not the paintball, but airsoft. And
Really?
they were very, very interested.
And I'm really interested in that, but I'm such a wimp.
Mhm.
I would not like to get hit with that.
But you
Not my
have
thing.
you have a vest, and
Even if I had that, I would be the most unlucky person, and I would get hit on somewhere where I wasn't covered. I don't know what is not visible. But before we continue with the chat, Yodoch, or Michal, as your name is, let's introduce yourself. So who the hell are you?
introduce myself. Who the hell am I? I am just a normal person, and I occasionally stream on Twitch. I am 24 years old. I live in Levice, as you heard, and I work as a teacher, and I am never late, as you see.
Yeah, this is something that's very surprising. You were quite early, which is a first for the Something po Anglicky podcast. But it was nice. We had a chance to eat. You got to see my local pub.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like a krčma with food, but it was okay.
It's nice. Even the pizza was fine.
It had the Levice
Yeah.
feel, right?
Yeah. But the price was not very high as I expected for the pizza
at
to
all.
be.
For pizza and the drinks, no, not at all. It was 11 something. So
Yodoch, say
Very
me
full.
hello. Not say me, but tell me. But hi.
it's Seski. Who is that?
Seski and Obsvert, they are from my chat. Seski is my moderator in the chat, and Obsvert is one of my friends. And Martin Ziman is, by the way, the Slovak champion in darts.
Really?
He's the best darts player now for this year, or he won the championship.
Okay, Martin, maybe you'll have to give me some tips because I like to do that at the pub.
I play darts as well.
But actually, you know what? I'm not an expert, but I'm quite good at landing
Mm-hmm.
on the bullseye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I don't know if it's a natural talent, but I can really.
Maybe it's
hit
a big in the
things.
luck.
It could be, but also with hitting things like my cats know it. Like they're scared of the schlapka.
Mm-hmm.
And
Your kids are scared of your slippers.
When they know something, when they did something wrong, like they know that I won't miss. They
Okay.
could run anywhere, and I always like aim at the right. I wish I was this good in FPS, right? But
If you would be that good at darts, it is very easy to earn nice money.
are you serious?
Yeah.
Let's see who else is in the chat. So we have
Very scotchma.
said we already. Romana said hi back. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is very dangerous. I imagine you. I don't know if you guys here in Europe you have these things called lawn darts.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine those darts,
Yep.
but this big, and you're supposed to throw them up and land on the
Mhm,
grass, right?
mhm.
these were actually banned in the U.S.
Really?
Yeah, because like I don't know, 20 people died, and I know that in Europe they stayed legal, but us in the States.
I have never seen it in my life.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture afterwards,
Okay.
but very
Okay.
deadly. I heard Krčma.
Gotta go now. I just wanted to say hi. Hope the podcast will be going good or will going good. Thank you, Teresa.
Oh, it's a
Did
shame.
I hear Krčma? And yeah, Seski's favorite place is Krčma.
I don't blame him. Very nice.
Where are you right now? In Miguel's studio?
So we are here in Bratislava, in Ružino, and we are at the Something po Anglicky studio here with Bowser up there, as you can see. He's actually blowing fire now. Let's try to see him, right?
I like the cat.
That's Lucky Mario. Okay, Google. Office off. See if we can see Bowser blowing fire there. You see that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, Google. Office on.
That's cool. I think there are a lot of people from Yodoch Twitch. I hope so.
Yes. Hey, Miguel, I am happy except my podcast. Oh, yeah. Sandy's, I was talking to you about Sandy's that he would like to have a podcast with me.
And what kind of videos do you do on this?
So send this in the chat. You can reply to us. There are a lot of people from Yodoch. Okay, sure they are. So, while we wait for Sandy's to tell us, and by the way, guys, look at this awesome sticker. We'll be giving these
Shiny.
out. It's kind of shiny. Yeah, we'll be giving these out.
I have got 3 more and 2 with a keyboard and 1 more.
Perfect.
If you would like to put it somewhere.
Could you show us the keyboard?
Yes. Of course. Well, yeah. Here. Okay.
So, Yodoch, Michal is going to be giving away this keyboard, gaming keyboard. It's freaking popichi. And he's going to sign it too. So, what are the conditions for them to win this?
You have to make sure that you are subscribed to Miguel's YouTube channel, Something po Anglicky, and to my Instagram. And of course Miguel's Instagram as well. He needs followers.
If they want.
He was crying a little bit on the pizza that he doesn't have followers, so I promised him that I will get him some.
I would be happy with just an extra 2. Just to even out the number, right?
Why this keyboard is so popichi?
Why is it so popichi? Well, because it's backlit and it's not Trust. It's actually Lenovo Legion, which is a pretty good brand. As some of you might know, I used to be the Lenovo Legion community manager for 5 years. So I can really stand behind their products. And I actually tested this keyboard when it was being developed.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this keyboard in China.
For the first time.
Yeah.
Membrane switches. Yes, it is the membrane one.
It's not the cherry switches, but it's not as cool as the one we have here, which I don't know if you had the chance to see.
I saw it, but I'm not a fan of this because I always get annoyed when I watch some streamers who play games and the sound, when their microphone is so too sensitive, you just, when they are quiet, you just hear tap, 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 and I just don't like it.
Yeah, this one is, I think it has, these are Panda switches. They are lubed as well, so the sound is not so bad. But luckily, these microphones don't pick up the clicking. But
I don't think so.
You will get to touch it afterwards. Let's see. I think yes, I want this one sticker. Okay, OPS Word. Just make sure that you follow the channel and follow Yodoch on Instagram, and you should be. We'll try to get you one. It is a great keyboard with Am I doing gaming tech and podcast video? Okay.
And did you have any interesting guests to your podcast so far? But I want to do only tech and podcast video. And tech about what? Like some unboxings or some testings or some pressure testings, for example, which, by the way, are not a lot on our scene. The pressure testing, like on the computers and cameras, what they can do.
And also the tech thing is a big gap in Slovak and Czech community, because I don't know that many tech reviewers or people that are working with tech.
Subscribed, followed, subscription on Twitch. And he's, by the way, one of my first subscribers, first followers on Twitch.
Let's get to some interesting topics, Michal. I want to talk about Levice.
Okay.
So Levice, quite a controversial town. Quite a lot of drugs in Levice.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard this about the other cities, but not about the other one. So I am not really into this topic, so I don't really know something about this. I know there are some people who, of course, do it, but I cannot really say anything about it because I don't know about it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's right under people's noses, right? This kind of word. There's a lot of parties happening in Levice.
There is, but lot of parties. Yes, there we have a lot of parties, but not a lot of people to come there. So sometimes the parties, and for example, I don't go there because 90% of time I would be the oldest one there.
Really?
Yes, and I'm just 24. That's what I forgot to say, that I'm 24. So the community there and for parties is a bunch of people around 16, 17 years old, buy cheap bottle as I did. I don't know if you did it, but I did it. We bought a cheap bottle, drinking in the park with some coffee or something. And then we went to the bar or to the club and order one more, and that was it,
Doesn't sound so fun.
It is fun when they invite some interesting guest or musician or DJ, because they can interest people. But on the other hand, when they have normal DJ, just like basic DJ or some musician, it's not that fun.
So maybe tell us, aside from that topic, what are some good things to do in Levice?
If you want to see something, the only thing, in my opinion, the only interesting thing there is a castle.
Mm-hmm.
There's
a castle in Levice?
There is.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
That was the first one that Tartars didn't ruin.
That's something new to me.
They did, but after that, it is just a ruin now. But it has got some interesting history. Then what do we have? Our square is just beton and 7 trees. So that is it. We have got one park full of the Volk bricks. Do you know the bricks that are just shaky when you go there by car?
No.
No, they are called mačacie hlavy in Slovak language. And
cat's head?
Yes, but you walk on them. It's fine. But when you, for example, want to walk your child in a
stroller,
the child is going to be like shaking, so it's not very comfortable. So that's why not many people go there. And yes, and then we have got some interesting things around Levice, like in the districts, in the villages. We have got very nice dams, water dams, where I go fishing sometimes.
In good nature.
Yes. It's very nice, very good, and there are some UNESCO things in Levice, but it is not that interesting to me. Of course, yes, Levice is very popular, or are very popular in Slovak language. Are in English is very popular because of basketball. We have got one of the best basketball teams in Slovakia. And I'm not sure if they are not even the champions of Slovak League of last year. Not sure. I don't really watch it. I don't really go there, but I know that we are famous for that.
I actually didn't know that basketball was a thing here in Slovakia. I know that in Baltics, for example, Lithuania and also in Spain, they are crazy about basketball.
We don't have very good national team or something, but our league is very popular. Many times it was sold out in Levice. We have got, 35,000 people.
So I guess, Kubro, next time we have to go to a Levice game.
Only controversial thing about Levice is your chill experience, dude. I live 2 kilometers away from Levice in a village, but I don't have any bad experiences with the town. So
I also don't. There's a question there. Yodoch, you should tell us about your first job when you were 15 in Levice.
My first job, I don't know what Oxford or Martin is talking about, because my first job was in the pub. So yes, my first job was in the pub, and pub. It was a cafe, but it was horribly paid, like horribly. It was €1.50 per hour.
Jesus Christ!
Did
you at least get tips?
Yes, but there were 7 of us, so no. No, but this is how I wanted to make money to my first travels when I was 15.
Did you manage to get some money there?
Yes, because back then it was not that expensive to travel and to go somewhere. So I don't know if you are familiar with the Interrail. Like, this is the pass that allows you to travel by trains and buses and boats across the Europe. Just for the international trains, you have to buy a seat ticket. So you can buy this ticket or you could buy this ticket for 250 for a month, and you could travel for a month across the Europe. And it was 250 for a ticket, and back then, average price for a private room anywhere in Rome, in Paris, was €20.
That's pretty good.
So it was fine. And I needed like 600, 700. I calculated it, and I managed to get it. But it was very tough because after school I went to work, to the pub or to the cafe, and when I don't know, I finished at 10 p.m. Then I had to do my homeworks, wake up for school, and
Big respect.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, you really wanted it and you went for it. Somebody's asking there,
Aká najdrahšia vec ti padla v CSGO? That's what I was talking about, that the skins in CSGO are very expensive. And the most expensive thing I ever owned was €650 knife. But he's talking about drops, like, because you can open cases and drops. And the most expensive thing I got was I don't remember the name, but it was €90 souvenir weapon. It was from the souvenir package. But
how did you get this €650 knife?
Honestly,
yeah,
it was a donate.
Somebody gave it.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, the people there and the community around me is crazy. That's why I'm trying to give away stuff. I'm trying to give it back and more, because I get so many things just for free. I don't do it for money. I just do it for fun, to play games, to chat with friends, and maybe smile or have some fun. But then a guy came and he donated me, in past 2 months, he donated me 4 weapons in total of like €500.
Jesus. But how does that donation of a weapon work on Twitch?
You cannot see it on Twitch,
Okay.
but you send it on Steam.
And then you see that it got
Yeah, and then I put it on the screen for people to see. And
who's that guy?
He's not here. I don't know why, because he is my mom, proudly watching you. But don't know how to let you know about myself. Oh, so she is not very familiar with the YouTube, so she cannot subscribe. I don't know if she.
You
has
have
an
to show her
account.
how to subscribe.
Yeah, I will.
Ahoy, maminka.
Jane.
Jane. Yeah.
So yes, and you just show them. And what were we talking about?
About how you show the skin, the donation.
You just show it, and if I have some giveaway or competition going on, where you can participate by donating, subscribing, or something, I write them down, with the price of the skin, and that is it. And like on 17th of July, I ended the competition for 1,300 euros worth of gaming stuff, of these things.
From donations and stuff that you found, or this is you bought more stuff?
I bought it. And then I was hoping to get enough donations and subscriptions to pay it back. Or not to pay it back, to have the money back. It worked, kind of, but the worst thing about Steam donations are that they are expensive. They sound expensive, like €500, that is something. But in real money, it is like 300, 250. So it is very hard to get it from the Steam, because you cannot sell it. And if you want to sell it for real money, it is always about 70% or 60%. Sometimes 50%.
My experience with this is I played Diablo 2. And now I was playing Diablo Resurrected. So I got very lucky early on. I found a rune that was really sought after. And basically with this rune, I don't know if you're familiar with Diablo 2.
I am, but I played it when I was younger, when my brother showed it to me, and I was not very interested.
Still the same game.
Mm.
But anyway, long story short is that with this rune, I was able to buy a whole setup, all of the gear for a magic find sorceress, which is the most sought after character because with her you can farm and find stuff. And with her, I was able to find some really good stuff, and I made nice money on this website.
I didn't even know that there are some other games that are that have that expensive things in it.
Oh yeah, there's, this data is expensive. Like I sold a couple of pieces of armor from a set for about 200 euro. Just digital items, you just sell them and then you go to the game and you give them to people, you trade them to people, and then that's it. It says here, did you sell that knife?
No, I still have it because it's a donation and I am proud of having these kind of people around me, but I am probably going to give it away.
Okay.
And Miguel, you are a coffee expert. Try kaviar in Šípka in Levice. Also, you can play darts there. Yes, that is the place where our darts club Levice takes place.
Okay, so I'm committing now to visiting Levice, and then when I go, you will show me this place.
Will do, of course.
Yeah. I have to go collect my burček too from Janko.
From Janko, yes.
Yeah, so we'll definitely stop by this place. I hope they have good coffee. Miguel, your background is great. Where did you buy this stuff? Well, which one in particular? So, Yodoch, what is interesting to you from the background?
The cat.
So the cat is from a shop, but actually these guys can't see it. Maybe if we switch the camera, you guys will be able to see.
It's going to be back of us.
Oh yeah, so maybe you guys won't see it, but okay. Well, maybe we'll show them the front.
Okay.
You know what? Because I think they haven't seen the front. We can look there for a bit.
And the Super Mario is very interesting. It looks very
Yeah. So also here there is Majora's Mask,
interesting.
and then there is Conker's from Conker Bad Fur Day. I don't know if you ever played that game on the Nintendo 64.
No, I haven't.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah.
And their Mumbo Jumbo. So that's the front, guys. And back to the back, right?
Cool studio, Miguel. It is very cool.
Thank you, guys.
And where did you buy this stuff? Yes, I was actually wondering that if you have any soul connections to some of the things that you have here.
Yeah, so these here are all the Nintendo consoles, right? Except this one here where this is a Xbox and it's just there because I gave Duke a Nintendo. And I need to look for the other one in the boxes to replace it.
But all of these are collectible, right?
Yep.
And they may be pretty expensive in a few years more.
Might be. This one is for sure the Virtual Boy because it was a failure for Nintendo. And that one there is the first console Nintendo made, which people don't know. The TV Game 6.
Where did you get that?
These are mine, most of them. Except for the European versions, which I bought here because I didn't have access to a European version in the US. And these two are from Japan. I just bought them on eBay.
And for how much, if it is not?
This one, I didn't buy them now. So if you want to buy them now, they're quite expensive. But for example, that TV Game 6, I bought it for about 20 euro.
20 euro?
Yeah.
Only?
Yeah. Now it's about 150. This one I bought it for about 30. But the thing with gaming collectibles, it's becoming very expensive now.
It is. I watched the what is the name? The pawn shop experts on Discovery or somewhere, in Las Vegas. And when they bring when people bring some old gaming stuff and so on, it is always very expensive, especially with the Super Mario.
It's becoming very expensive. But about the items here, so it's my consoles. And then stuff from collector's items, right? So from the Marvel vs. Capcom, that was the collector statue. From God of War, 3, that was the collector. Mortal Kombat 10 collector. This is Diablo 2.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Last of Us collector's edition, and
The Last of Us is very cool.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of The Last of Us 2, to be honest. But
Hi, Lukasz. Welcome.
Miguel, did you learn Slovak language? How many years did you live in Bratislava? So yes, I learned Slovak language at the Štátna škola. So I went to to the school, and I have a B1 in Slovenčina. I have a certificate a všetko. But I didn't learn anything.
Really?
Yeah, because the education system here is skewed to grammar. And to me, grammar is absolutely useless.
For everyone, to be honest. Because if you are not going to write books or write some articles to the news or stuff that you really needed, you don't really need to know everything. You should know where to put Y and I and how to do or how to deal with the plurals. Because, again, but it is Y and I
But
as well.
I think to me, that's like polishing because, I need to know how to say. I think if I ask people, can I have 1 apple or can I have 10 1 apples?
Okay, yes.
They're not going to care, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need to be able to say it first. Like, I don't...
It would be funny to ask, can I, like, môžem dostať 10 jedno jablko, alebo 10 jablko.
I just learned the trick of, 2-krát, 3-krát, 10-krát. Like,
so when you come to the pub, like, 2-krát. Thank you.
That's the way to do. Man, if you knew, like, it's a struggle to learn Slovak. Like, I had so many situations where I don't know the word, for example. Like the other day, I didn't know how to say the word hen.
Like sliepka.
Yeah, I had no idea how to say hen. So I was like, pani Kohutova.
This reminds me of a guy. Do you know Andre Traveller?
No.
He's a British guy, I think. And he travels around Europe and he stayed some time. No, he lives in Prague, actually. And he learned some Czech words and he can speak nicely, but he likes the word slepice, which is sliepka in Czech. And anywhere he comes, he just has the camera and there is a hen and he's like, Slepice, hello, Mr. Slepice. So and he's very cool. He's very cool.
I'm sure that he's had the same issues that I had. I also forgot one time the word for church.
Kostol.
Yeah. So I was saying Boh dom. Oh, Sendis retracted that message. Was it a spicy message or what? Okay, the background. Yeah, they talked about the background. We know about this. Good. Moving on to a topic that's very dear to me, which is the topic of tabor. Detský tabor.
Yes.
I want to show you 3 items, actually. And
they made it for you.
Yeah. So this one here, this one was made by Mimi. So Miriam Blahova, and this one was made by Barbara Blahova.
And you have got some notes there.
Yeah. They also sent me pošta.
Okay.
So it is private, guys. I cannot show it to you. But it's the kind of thing that I really love about summer camp.
I do love it as well. But as a first, this was the camp we did was an English camp for children, so they could have some connection with the language for the first time. And I was tired. Because I was the organizer. I was responsible for everything from starts from beginning to the end, and I was so tired. Like I don't know. I made sure that the kids are sleeping. I went to sleep, and I didn't even check my phone or anything. I just fell asleep, and then of course I had to wake up and wake them up and spend time on the sun as well. Of course there was a pool, so it was fine. But immediately when I heard the things like I love it here, it is perfect, it's very good. I don't want to go home. And sometimes they didn't even want to call their parents because they went for holiday from parents as well. So from then, I was not tired anymore.
How many kids did you have at your camp? And actually,
46.
46.
46.
And how many vedutsi?
5.
5 vedutsi for 46 kids.
Because
Can be.
it was divided to 2 weeks, and that was the first thing. And the second thing, that all of these kids are kids from my job, so I know them.
Oh.
So there was no problem with what is the word? Posluchanie, poslušnosť. No attitude, but behavior.
Oh yes,
There was no problem with behavior, and so it was very good, and we enjoyed it. There was no problem.
And they were sleeping.
Yes.
Yeah. And they were sleeping in cabins, or they were sleeping in tents, or what was the situation?
No,
like?
this situation was they were sleeping in a building because there was no possibility of camping, and it was for the first time, so we didn't want to take a bigger bite than we could handle, and send them or bring them to the cabins or tents, just for safety reasons, and even for the reasons that was just for the first time. So we decided to do to do it in a building, so it was better. But after the camp, we agreed that it was way too luxury for a camp.
What? Really?
Yes, because every
they
room
had beds.
No. But every room had a private bathroom. Every room had air condition and TV.
Oh yeah, that is too much.
So we turned off the TVs, so there was no TV, and the air condition was I don't know. But they were in their rooms only during the night, so they didn't even need it. But
so how did you find this place? Must have been expensive. No?
Less than you would expect.
Because we struggled because we had to go to a place that had cabins. It wasn't so cheap.
Depends, because if you were here around Bratislava, it's of course more expensive than there. And this was 15 euros, and some plus food. And I don't know the exact price. I have it at home, but I am full of the numbers, so I try to forget about it. And it was just 15 euros for a kid or something.
Jesus Christ! How many kids per room?
2, 3, and 4. Sometimes 2. Sometimes
they were
3.
sleeping without supervision.
Yes.
Because we always have we will have one vedutsi and kids.
Oh yes, of course. On the same hall, there was my room.
Okay.
Because I didn't want my animators to get interrupted during the night by kids. So I thought to myself I will do it by myself.
What were the ages of these kids?
9 to 16.
Okay, so tricky age at 15, 16.
Yes, but not in this case.
Just because you had rapport with them, so
yes. And I know them. Some of them I know from their childhood. So when my mom was teaching and so on, so I came to her job and they were there. So we got some connection. But and the older ones were helping the younger ones, and they all had fun.
What was the age of your vedutsi, your animatori?
21, 19, 24, okay, and 52.
Pretty good age. A 52-year-old camp counselor.
My mom.
Oh, okay.
And she came for the last 2 days or 3 days.
Yeah, but she the big boss. I'm sure they're afraid of the big boss.
They are more afraid of me because she interprets the mom, the good person, and I interpret the father, the strict one. I'm strict, yes, but I'm fair. When they ask me something, I just go with it.
You need to be with kids.
There's no more discussion.
What is it that you enjoy about working with kids? Because it's a hugely challenging thing to do.
It is, but what I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe maybe it is the way they react when they are entertained and interested in something, or maybe it is just I cannot describe it really. I just enjoy it. I don't know. I feel happy when I work with them.
And I have a very similar, I think, experience because what I find out is that I could be as tired as I want, but the minute that you work with kids, if you make an effort, if you give them energy,
Yeah.
they give you back tenfold.
Yeah.
And your camp is in English?
Yes.
It's an English camp. Wow. So do you teach them any camp songs?
We did too, but it was not my part. So I was not there because, as I said, I was responsible for everything. So when my animators took the children somewhere to do something, I had time to prepare other thing. And now, and in this time, it was the night game that we prepared for them.
Talking about the night game, I will tell you about one of the most horrifying night games that I put together. I was banned from planning night games.
Really?
Yeah, because kids would shit their pants when I was in charge. But can you tell me the name of those two camp songs?
No.
Okay.
I don't even know them because they were singing it during the barbecue and so on, and I was not there. So
we're gonna, if you stand up, I'm gonna teach you one of mine, one of my babies.
I cannot sing.
Oh, you don't have to sing. You just have to.
Yes, or Kumbaya, yes.
Yeah, so, this is a repeat after me song.
Okay.
So this is a repeat.
So repeat after me, or?
No, so this is a repeat after me.
Oh, this is a repeat after me song.
So repeat after me.
So repeat after me.
Dog.
Dog.
Dog cat.
Dog cat.
Dog cat mouse.
Dog cat mouse.
Froggy.
Froggy.
Itsy bitsy teeny weeny ugly little froggy.
Itsy bitsy teeny weeny ugly
Little
little froggy.
Jump. Jump. Jump little froggy. Jump.
Okay.
Jump.
That's a catchy one.
Frog. Yeah, so I can teach you some more songs because I have a whole arsenal of these songs. I got no shame. That's why I'm a great camp counselor, because I have no shame.
I have an animator. She's actually my colleague. I made her into the thing, so we prepared the camps together, and she is responsible for these things because I cannot say I have no shame, because I am sometimes ashamed to do stuff in front of people.
I'm not. But I mean, you are the boss there, so you got to keep some mystery, right?
Yes, and I have to, there is a very, very small line between the boss, the strict boss, or the strict vedouci, and to be a friend with the kids, And when you are friendly too much, then...
Yeah, I mean, the kids know that, it's bad when I turn strict, because I'm usually the relaxed guy. But
the good guy.
But, I will. Oh, actually, we forgot about our headphones.
And should we put them on?
Yeah, we should. Yeah, that's going to help. You can hear yourself better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, this is what happens when you do a podcast for fun and not for as a job. So if you want to hear more camp songs, please put it in the chat. I'll teach more songs. Night game. So I'll tell you about my night game, and then you'll tell me about your night game. We started to plant the idea for this night game, right? I wanted to have like a ghost story, right? So we made up the legend of the White Lady of Smolenice. So we went to the Smolenice Wikipedia page and we added the legend in the Wikipedia page. Nobody knew, and nobody changed it, and I'm pretty sure it's still there. If you check the Wikipedia for Smolenice, you will find the White Lady of Smolenice. And what I started to do is I got one of the animatore, one of the camp counselors, to dress in white and to be in the forest. And I knew where he was. Nobody else knew. And I would always take a picture with some kids, right? I plant the kids and they didn't know. And I would always have the flash on, capture the picture. And nothing about it, right? But a few days into it, I also started to ask the guy to walk around at night in the forest, making some noise, and usually around the cabin where the most gossipy kids were, right? So somebody saw them and they started the whole thing, We did nothing. They started to scare themselves by telling each other the stories. And I can show you one of the pictures and you will tell me what you think.
And what was the age of your kids?
They were between 9 and 17. But it got to the point where everybody knew about this white lady. Everybody had heard something about it. And we were now supposed to go out in the forest, right? and right as for a walk, like we always used to have this walk where they need to walk around, follow some tiki torches. What are these tiki torches called in Slovak?
Fakle?
Could be. This fakle, you put the gas and then you light the.
Not really. Fakla is just a fire, but this can be a lamp, some kind of lamp.
It's like a bamboo.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's a metal black piece with the string.
Mm-hmm.
You fill it with fuel, and then
Okay.
you light.
That is going to be fakla, yes.
Yeah, so that's a tiki torch in English, guys. If you want to know that. So, and you could walk the. Look, this is a
Oh.
picture I can. I'm just. These are the tiki torches, and
Yeah,
I'll just show you guys
That's fakla.
in the camera. If you can see, this is me walking the kids, so they would follow me in a thing like that. And then this is the picture. It's actually my first Instagram picture, believe it or not. Maybe one day it will load. Jesus, how many pictures? Here. I want you to have a look at this picture.
Okay, that looks scary.
I want you to zoom in now.
There is a ghost behind. Okay.
Zoom in.
Zoom in. Okay, yes, I can see the ghost. Or is there something else to see?
No, it's just
Okay,
So,
this is...
Although the kids saw this and they were terrified, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'll zoom in. Can you
Like
guys see it?
there is a ghost behind the kids.
And everybody saw that, and nobody wanted to go to the forest.
So that was a pretty scary night game.
It was incredibly scary, and I was banned from ever
Uh,
putting together because kids wanted to go home, like legit. They wanted to call their parents and go home.
I'm not shocked. Because, for kids, and the thing is that they will make the story even worse when they tell it to the friends.
Yeah.
So I saw this, and then I saw this, and it is going to be a big bubble.
And some of them are making stuff up just to look cool too.
Yes, yeah. So the story got bigger and bigger by itself.
Yeah, I mean, and this is one of the scary ones, but I also had another one where we actually pretended that we fought with the owner of the camp.
Mm-hmm.
And this was for the older kids. And then I left the camp, right? And then I came back at night and took the older kids. And during the day, we had emptied out the beer, these big bottles, and we had filled them with alcohol. So I had all these beer bottles, right, that looked like real beer, and I took the older teenagers to make a fire, and and I was like, yeah, I hate this guy, he's terrible. Like, we're just gonna get drunk tonight, and I don't care about anything. They were drinking alcohol, and some of the people were like, oh, I'm so drunk. I've never been so drunk.
So they believed it.
Yeah.
Or maybe again they wanted to show the kids that
I think it's the power of. Oh, so send these. Oh, I saw a ghost on my photo. I will destroy my phone and run away.
How long do you stream on Twitch? I started streaming on April 25th, 2021. But I wanted to tell you about our night game, but it was different. It was not that scary, but it was my dream, because there is a. Is it a word paradox in English as well? There is a paradox that I have never ever been to camp as a kid because I didn't want to, but now I make them, So you see, and the night game was planned by me and my colleague, one of the animators, and they did the thing that I told the kids that we have to go sleep earlier because we are going to wake up at 5 a.m. and there is going to be a surprise. And the surprise was the airsoft, but it was not at 5 a.m. It was at 3 p.m. But, I told them we have to go sleep earlier. And we prepared 8 or 9 pretty hard riddles for them because the teams were not as they slept in rooms. The teams were different. So in team, you could find 16 years old and even the 9 years old, so they were working together. 4 people in a team. So, and we prepared 9 or 10 or maybe 11 riddles and crosswords and many, many other things and of course we buried a treasure full of sweets and stuff. But what they didn't know was that they had no idea the night game is going to take place. So they had no idea. We told them that we have no space for the night games, so there are not going to be any, or maybe one, just a little. We woke them up at 1 a.m. in the middle of the night. No.
Poor kids.
At midnight, and I think and of course, we shut the lights off, even the switches. So there was no light. So I told them that
terrible, man.
very, very quickly we have to go to the canteen, take your batteries, dress up, and we have to have a meeting because of the electricity is shut down in the whole village and so on.
At 1 a.m.
At 1 a.m. yes. So yes, and that was it. And it was very nice. It took about an hour to finish the night game. That was what we were looking for, and yes, and they said that it was very good and they enjoyed it because many camps are scared to do it, to wake them up. Yes, no, to do it like this, to wake the kids up, so they don't get moody or tired after that or so on. But yes, they enjoyed it, or maybe we enjoyed it a little bit more than them because.
But that's the thing, that when kids enjoy when you enjoy.
Yeah.
Like if you have counselors that are not enjoying it and bringing negative energy, they're gonna kill the whole game. We have some more questions, which I'm gonna try to pull just a second. So we got to get to the big topic before we continue talking about this, and this is travel. So I heard that you traveled to over 65 countries.
Yes.
That's true?
Yes.
Can you name your top three?
Top three: Australia, Thailand, and Italy.
Wow.
Or exactly
Italy.
Sardinia.
Wow, that's surprising because normally people who live in Europe don't really like Europe because it's too similar.
Yeah.
But we need to refresh the camera because it has failed. I think it gets too hot for some reason.
For this reason that here is like 30 degrees now.
Yeah, it's insanely hot. And
you need air condition.
Yeah, I should, but I'm poor. Why is it showing this?
Because you have there the screen capture, the number 3. Yes. No. Number 3. Number 3. Screen capture. Yes. That was the screen, and now we have the camera, or we don't have the camera.
It seems we don't. Oh, it turned off. Actually,
maybe it's overheat.
It is possible. Sorry, guys, having issue with the camera. Hopefully, we will resolve it in 3, 2, 1, 0. Let me try to deactivate again.
Or you're getting hacked. Okay, so I can talk to the chat. I always loved night games at camps. It was one of the best things at camps, I think. The thing is that I have never ever been to one. And I was on, we have, when you are in second grade on primary school, you can go to the Škola v prírode, which is pretty similar, but you have to learn there.
But you're still in nature?
Yes. Usually it was in some kind of pension or some kind of old accommodation, or at least in my age, when back then it was in some old. And I know that my mom was telling me that they had it in tents and cabins and so on. So yes, that was the only experience I had with night games. But they were so boring because they were made by teachers who weren't and aren't paid very well. So
probably didn't care too much.
The effort was on.
I mean, the thing with the camp I go to nowadays is also it's a volunteer camp, so nobody gets paid. So you really have to love the craft to go there.
I have a question. How would you describe your community on Twitch? I am incredibly proud and surprised how good are people in my stream and people around me, and how do they interact, how do they behave, and so on. because when I started, I had to deal with some hate, of course. Everyone have to. I don't know if you have any haters so far, Miguel.
Actually, no, not haters, but somebody was commenting on my 6-month pregnancy.
Oh,
This
that's why
Brusko.
that's why I wear these shirts, because
Yeah, I
you
need
can
to
see
follow.
it, but they can't.
The thing is that I just get bloated.
Okay, yes. So back to the topic.
Yeah, traveling.
Italy. I said Italy because that was one of the first. How to say this? One of the first adult experiences in my life. I tried to live by myself for 7 months. For the first time,
In
I was
Italy?
yes,
Wow.
in Sardinia.
Do you remember any Italian?
Like language,
Yeah.
of course I do. Because I had to. There we went there from school because our school gave us an opportunity to go work abroad and make money. So we went there for 7 months, and there were 35 Slovaks, and we were standing there, and the maitre, the manager of the restaurant, said, "You, and go work to dispensa." This is like helping place for kitchen. So, and I came there, and there were 3 Italians. The only thing they could say in English was
Mamma mia.
was
That's what it sounded.
Mamma mia, yes. The only things they could say in English was like hello, hi, and fuck. And of course, in Slovak language, another swear words. You already swore, so I can, but I will not. But that was the only thing. So, and they told me that yes, you can work with us. You can take anything you want, because there were good stuff, some chips and fruits and just anything I want. But you have to say it in Italian. So that's how I learned Italian. I didn't use it for 5 years now, but I will be able to make a few sentences,
I
definitely.
have the same problem. Io l'ho studiato per 6 anni. L'ho studiato nel liceo, l'ho studiato nell'università. Per 15 anni non ho praticato.
Now I have to think how much is 15.
15.
15, yeah.
For 15 years, I haven't practiced. And the funny thing is that I went to Sicily, and I was all proud that, I'm finally going to use my Italian. They speak something else, dude. the Sicilian dialect. And they all got their different dialects, so it was really a waste of time. I'm sorry to...
I have never been
Italians.
to Sicily, but I used my Italian when we traveled to Rome. I proudly ordered everything in the restaurant in Italian. I thanked in Italian, and then the guy asked me where I'm from. And no. He asked me which part of Italy I'm from.
Okay.
And that was the proudest moment of my Italian language.
I would always say that I'm from the south, Terroni. That's what the endearing term for people from the south.
But the best word, the Sardinia has as well some dialect as a Sicily have. So, but the best word there was bo. That was answer for everything.
Bo.
Yes.
I don't know this word.
It was like customer dove è il bagno. Bo. It was just answer for everything. If you don't know something, or if you don't want to say something, it's just bo.
That's interesting.
And Michaela is here.
Who is Michaela?
She is for me, one of the best women streamers on Twitch, and friend of mine.
Oh, Michaela, hi. How many streams per week does she do? And what games?
Now, not a lot, because she recently changed her job, and she had got some stuff, and then she got COVID positive. So that's why we couldn't meet a few weeks ago. But usually, or before, she used to do like 3, 4, sometimes 5 streams per week.
Jesus,
she mostly
that's commitment.
Yes, she mostly streams CS:GO as well, and sometimes she put some IRL there, or some cooking streams, or
I need to get back into CS:GO.
Yeah, we can play.
But I'm terrible. I'm really terrible. But maybe I'll find some weapon that people like. Some limited edition weapon. Can you make your own stuff as well?
What do you mean?
Like, can you design your own skins?
Yes, you can. And actually, you can design them, but you cannot play with them. You have to wait you have to wait for them to get approved by the Valve, developers of CS:GO. But if they do approve it, you get $100,000 just for the skin. So there is a community chat on Steam, and you can put your designs there.
They get voted, or
yes, and people will vote for it. And there was a guy who got 500,000 because 5 of his skins. And we are not talking only about the skins that are the red condition, so the most expensive ones or the rarest ones, but we are talking even about the gray skins, the cheapest ones, 2 cents for a skin. But even the designer gets $100,000.
But what is it that makes these popular? Like, is there anything in particular that people like, or
what makes them popular is time, because you never know what will happen, so you can open cases and get the skins, and that is the best way to get rare skins, because you cannot get rare skins on the internet, because skins on the internet that you open are already opened, so they exist, but the skins you open from case doesn't exist. So it is very expensive. To open one case costs like $2.50, with the case $2.30.
Jesus Christ!
And no, €2.50.
Oh, I thought it $250. I was like, who has money for this, dude? They're saying in the chat that you're terrible.
I am terrible. I don't know why people watch me, but I think it is because I am funny or something.
I was laughing for like 30 minutes. I was watching your stream, and you're like, what did you say? Pop something?
Pop Flash?
No, you're like pop.
Oh, yes.
Was it pop or?
Yeah, like a pop. Yeah, when I was shooting. I am a great or a big streamer at all. I'm not a great or big streamer. Streaming is my hobby, and CS:GO is my passion. That's all. Yodoch is just too gentle and polite because we are friends. No, I'm not.
No, and that's the thing that, I 100 times prefer to watch passionate people who are doing it for fun. It's like the whole nature of this project that I'm doing here, something po Anglicky. You asked me a question before. How did this?
Oh yes, where did this idea came from?
Yeah, so the idea of something po Anglicky, it comes from the idea that I worked in education with people, with kids, for a long time. And it's always been easy to talk to people, right? And I also saw kind of a gap here in Slovakia. Slovakia has been I love Slovakia, by the way. Like, I'm a huge fan. Hope to one day be a true Slovak with the Slovak pass.
You don't have passport?
No, I don't. I'm just Trvalý pobyt. So.
And what nationality you have?
I have Guatemalan and American.
Oh, okay.
So I have 2 nationalities.
So that's why you go very often to the foreigner police.
Yes. Not often, actually. Not anymore. Like, the only reason that I went now, after, I think last time I was there was 4 years ago, is I had to change my address. Because you know that even though I'm a permanent resident, if I don't tell them my change of address within 30 days, they could kick me out of Slovakia.
Oh.
So it's not a game with them, you need to...
yeah, sorry, but we got distracted, so...
Yeah, so I was saying that there's a huge issue with integration, I think. That there are not many things where Slovak government or even Bratislava government is doing to bring foreigners to meet with Slovaks, right? Also, as we were talking and you were telling me about all these Twitch people and all these YouTubers, like, I have no idea, because like I have no way of knowing them, right? So as a foreigner, I wanted to bring Slovak personalities to foreigners, and at the same time I wanted to show Slovaks a different side of people they know.
Yep.
Because believe me or not, like when you saw the interview, well, Peter always speaks English, but if you saw Vlad, if you saw Duklok, if you saw Frohlich, their personality in English is different than their Slovak personality. Like,
they don't feel that comfortable with the language. That is the thing.
They don't start comfortable, but if you look at the progress of the podcast, by the end, it's like...
They are talking like their mother language.
Yeah. And it's just about getting that threshold, right? So I saw the opportunity to do this, to fill this gap. And I think people really like the concept. I mean, you liked it enough to comment.
Yeah. I did, and when I got your message, I was, as I said, very honored to be here, to come here. And I was a little bit nervous when I was coming here, so I sang some songs. And in
Camp
the
songs?
car. No,
Somebody
in the
say
car.
camp song. But this is the thing, right?
Yeah.
And I also did this project. For me is a passion project. It's not about making money, because Duklok mentioned this to me, that I will have to monetize, because YouTube will not promote my channel.
Yes. If your video is demonetized, YouTube doesn't show it even to your subscribers,
which
So,
is insane.
yeah.
So the idea is that once I get to the point where I can monetize all of the whatever money this podcast makes is gonna go to donations. Like maybe we'll vote as a community where to donate by, for example, Dobry Anya.
Twitch.tv/Yodoch. Thank you.
Maybe some to Yodoch as well. But yeah, places like Dobry Anya
Yeah.
would be nice to do.
So when we were talking about the traveling,
Yeah.
we get easily distracted if you.
Yes, we do.
So the question was top 3. So
Yeah.
yes.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Great.
Yeah, so we discussed Italy, but now let's talk about maybe some of the best and worst experiences that you had. So maybe we start with just bad experiences.
Just the bad one. And can I talk about the thing that I messaged you about the airport in France?
Yeah, you can.
That was one of the scariest moments of my life, when it was March 2016, 24th March 2016, and I was about to land in Paris, and the camera has turned off again.
Internal temperature high. So I think what we can do is we will shut one of the lights, maybe.
So maybe the light is doing it,
It is possible.
but now it is not that hot in here.
I think the camera already. Okay.
So this is the pressure test of the tech videos on YouTube.
Yeah, this camera.
So yes, we are going to be back on.
We're gonna be
camera.
telling scary stories now, guys. Turn the lights off and get ready to be frightened. Okay, I think we're back in business.
Oh yes, we are. Or no, we are not anymore.
We are back in business. Look at those white hairs, dude. I'm getting all this. Did I tell you that somebody called me Uyo?
Uyo?
Yeah, like there was some.
The kid.
No, it wasn't a kid. I would have been okay with a kid, but it was somebody like my age, some Stroskotana lady.
Stroskotana lady?
Yeah.
What do you
like
mean?
She looked like beat up.
Okay.
Worse than me. Like I look like crap, but she looked even worse. And she called me Uyo, and I'm like, what the fuck, bitch?
Okay.
Uyo. So tell me about the story.
Oh yeah, so the story. So we were about to land in Paris. I was flying from Hong Kong, and as we were landing, we saw an explosion, but a massive one. It was the one in metro. I don't know, or in the subway. I don't know if you remember that one. It was attack in Paris.
Yeah, you only because you mentioned it, because I had forgotten about that.
Yeah. And then there was one more, just a little one. Okay, of course the explosion is not little, but you know it was smaller. It was at the airport, and as we landed, no one knew what is going to happen. There was a complete chaos. We had to stay in a plane, but on the other side we couldn't because there was no more air coming in.
Did they announce it in the plane what was happening? Did you know?
No, they didn't. They said there is something going on at the airport. Please stay calm and try to stay in a plane on your seat and remain seated. So we did. But then we had to leave because there were other planes coming. You know, the Charles de Gaulle airport has every 5 minutes departure and every 5 minutes arrival. So, you know, there was no chance of staying. So we had to leave the plane. And I remember the security check. It was crazy. I had to dress off. Like I had just underwear in front of like 20 people because they separated into groups of 20.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the drug test, the gunpowder test, you know, the little stripes. When
I know them
to the
very
special.
well. I'm brown, so I'm always randomly checked.
So, and they checked everything, and even they opened my laptop. I had the laptop in my backpack. They opened it.
Jesus, man.
They checked my browser history and everything. And after an hour of this, of course, all the flights were cancelled, and some of the planes were sent to the other airport, which I don't remember the name right now, but it is like something starting with B, but it is 15 or 20 kilometers from Paris. And after that, they let us go to the airport. Where are the planes? To wait for a bus to take us to the building of the airport that is not there. So, and as a coincidence, among us, there was one lady or one part of our government in European government. Her name is Monika Beňová.
Yeah, I think I've heard of her. Yeah.
She was there, and of course she got escorted immediately because she was with us, because they separated us as nations. So when she was with us, and she got escorted immediately.
It was just, how many Slovaks were there?
I remember 25 before I left.
It's quite a few.
So yes, and she got escorted, and I got called from the government, from the Ministerstvo vnútra, the safety of the people. And yes, there is a problem, some attack and so on. Yes, now we don't have official information, but you have to stay there, and we will send a plane or discuss the money, the refund, and buy a new ticket, but in 3 days.
So what were you supposed to do?
That was my question. What am I supposed to do for 3 days on the airport? And they gave us one baguette and one water, and everything was shut down because of that.
That's funny that they they wanted to be stereotypical and give you a baguette.
Yeah, but that was the biggest problem, that they gave us just the baguette and one bottle of water, and we were supposed to stay there at least 6 hours, because 6 hours was a period of time to make sure that people are safe. And yes, and then what did I do? I just left by myself because I had to. I had my brother waiting in Prague on the airport. Already he knew that what happened and everything. So I called him that something happened and I am going to be late. But I took a bus to the other airport, and I left to Prague with around 12 hours delay.
So you could fly from the other place?
Yes, okay.
Because
the other place was a little bit further from Paris, and the other people, they were telling us, calm down, it's going to be fine. In a few hours, you can catch your flight and everything. But, nothing was happening. If I would see some people doing something for us to make it quicker, then I would consider staying. But when I saw them doing nothing, we didn't even have food, and every shop was closed. So we had to leave from the back of the airport. Who wanted to leave? And it was, I don't know, I remember I went by bus from that airport straight to the other airport with 30 people.
Did you end up getting refunded or any compensation for that?
Yes, I did. I got how many? 100,000 miles with Cathay Pacific, with a plane the company.
So what would that cover for us math?
Oh, what would it cover? People. So, for example, if you buy ticket from London to Hong Kong or Paris to Hong Kong, and you fly with Cathay Pacific for 100,000 miles, you can upgrade your ticket to business class twice.
Okay, that sounds fancy.
Yes, I did it once, and then my miles got expired. So,
jeez.
But I did it once.
This story reminded me of a similar situation, the 9/11 attack, which I was in high school when this happened. And actually, my hometown is about 20 minutes away, 20-minute train ride to the city. And, we could see, like, if we were high enough in the building, we could see the smoke coming. You could see the towers from there. And that day, I'll tell you, like, and a lot of the parents of the kids that went to the school, they used to go work in the city, some of them even in the Twin Towers. So I remember very clearly, I was in history class, and the principal was coming to the classrooms. He came to our classroom, and he was like, okay, you guys need to go to the cafeteria. And if you know something about schools in America, is that most of them are fallout shelters.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're designed that way. If they're old enough, they're designed as fallout shelters, right? During the Cold War, the Russians and stuff like this.
Yeah.
So they took us to the cafeteria. No idea what was happening. We couldn't go home. Same as with you, like completely out of information. And then they turned on the screens, and we just couldn't believe what was happening.
That was a very, very big hit for not entire USA, for entire world.
Nobody imagined it, such a thing. And I tell you that we couldn't leave that day. We were just in the school.
My father have a picture with Twin Towers 3 weeks, 4 weeks before the attack.
Jesus.
Because he was there for a business trip for a year in the US, and yes, but this was something I don't remember it. I was 5, so no 4, so I don't really know. Yes, it was 9/11 2001.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was 4, so I don't remember it, but even my mom do.
Yeah, it was for like 6 months we had nothing on TV, but that's it was quite stressful. Okay, Sandys is going to bed.
Thank you,
Pekný
Sandys,
večer.
for
Thank
watching.
you.
Yes,
Thank you for joining.
Pekný večer aj tebe.
By the way, just a quick reminder, guys, if you are watching, please subscribe. Like 83% of my watchers are not subscribed. And also, remember, actually, it's a good time now to sign this. So actually, let's switch to the signature cam so you guys can see what's going to happen now.
There is going to be my first signature ever.
Okay.
I have never ever signed as Yodoch.
What's happening here?
I look fat from this angle.
Me too. It's okay. but this is a real angle. I am actually fat.
So am I, but I try to make my camera to not see it.
We try to avoid that, right? Okay, so now we're live there. 2 things that we need to do, Yodoch.
Yeah.
First of all, we need you to sign the PC, which actually why we were discussing this PC, right? And I haven't talked about the configuration. This is going to be a giveaway PC.
Mm-hmm.
Like really it's going to go to somebody when we hit 500,000 maybe. Guys, subscribe. And the configuration is an i9 12K latest processor. It has DDR5 RAM, 64 gigabytes. It has a RTX 3090 Ti, still the best card for at least a few more months. And it has 3 2 terabyte SSDs.
And it looks cool.
And it's fucking cool. Yeah. So
fucking Popici.
Popici is the word of the day. If you could please sign. Oops.
So
Sorry, I got some jizz on you.
So the computer first.
Computer first.
Okay. So
let me maybe about that big, because these guys went crazy, and I need a lot of people to sign it. So
I don't know how this is going to be the first. Do you have a paper just to try,
Just to
or
practice?
you want the real deal for the first time?
You can do it there. He's practicing his
It's
signature,
going to
guys.
work. This is going to work. Hopefully.
Very nice. Very nice. Good. Now the
yes.
keyboard.
Keyboard.
With love from. So guys, I'm gonna be shipping out this keyboard. We'll select the winner hopefully tonight, depending on once you've subscribed. Sorry for not speaking to you guys there. Thank you. Once you subscribed to the Something Po Anglicky channel, and once you subscribe to his Instagram, once you follow him on Instagram, send me a message. My handle on Instagram is Something Po Anglicky. Just why you want the keyboard, right?
Yeah.
And
some good reason.
Yeah. And we'll select somebody and send it. There's also some stickers, so the people that don't get the keyboard might get a sticker. I know it's not a lot, but it's free. So be thankful that this is happening. So thank you for signing. We can go back to the original cam. Let's see. And we're back.
So yes, and we were talking about not a very nice topic
No,
of the 9/11.
but it gets worse for you, right?
Sorry.
It gets worse for you.
Yes, because when you are in the middle of it, you feel it. You know, you feel the tension. Just feel it much more, and you have no idea what can happen because the explosion in the airport was behind the check, behind the security. So they somehow,
But the thing is, at least you had some experience traveling, right? I can imagine somebody, for example, going out for the first time, traveling. Tell me about Australia and your arrest. We have a criminal here, guys.
Yes, I got arrested in Australia. It was a very nice story because when I was 15, long story short, when I was 15,
Very nice story. Like, yeah, guys, I loved it.
no, it was really nice story. But when I was 15, I traveled around Europe, as I told you. I was making money, and I met Australian guy in Netherlands, and he told me, when you will be 18, just come to Australia. I was like, yes. But then I did, so I went. I was 18, and we had a road trip. The entire East Coast, or I don't know, what is it, like
How long does that?
7,000 kilometers? Is it one
Jesus.
way and then back? So it was 14,000 kilometers. It was a long time. It was like for 3 weeks we were traveling by car, but we enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. We had so much fun. But then this happened in the middle of Melbourne. One of the friends had a friend in Melbourne. He was actually a musician. And he had a girlfriend. She had a very good idea to go a strip club. So we went to
the girlfriend.
Yes, the girlfriend of the guy. Now they are married. And Laura, if you're going to see this one time, hi.
Maybe that's why they are married.
But so she had this idea to go to the strip club, and believe it or not, just the entrance was $50 or 50 Australian dollars, so like 35 euros we are talking.
Did you get
the
a
entrance.
drink or something?
No. And the small beer, Pilsner, it is all over the world. And even Kozel and Sorgon you could get in Australia. Yeah. And the small beer was $14. So 11 euros, 12 euros we are talking. So yes, we were there.
That's like concert beer.
But we didn't really get drunk because it was way too expensive for me. So we decided to go home. As we were walking on the street, there was a guy. He was big. He was full of muscles, and he looked like a wardrobe. And his biceps was as big as my thighs. So it was he was just huge. And we hit by shoulders on the street.
Oh no!
Yes, we hit by shoulders, and I told my friends that, okay, go send my ash to my mom to Slovakia. I will die here, so just go and leave me here. And the guy immediately turned, and he was like, "Oh, my friend, sorry, I am so sorry. I was looking at my phone. Sorry, are you hurt? Are you okay? It was 2 a.m. In the middle of Melbourne, full of people.
Jesus Christ.
Are you okay? So I was like, oh, yes, I am fine. I was checking what he's going to do.
You were
to
lucky
me.
it was not a Braucheve hlava here. You would have been done.
Yes, and then he told me that I'm very sorry for that. So can I offer you a beer?
Oh wow!
I was 18 in the middle of Melbourne. I had no responsibility, So yes,
$14 too.
No. Yes, it was even more. But so I went with him. He was rich.
Back to the strip club?
No. To the other pub, like different pub, because we were walking on the street, and he was going to that exact bar. So we went there, and he was rich. I don't remember his job, but the thing is, how can you tell that people are rich in Australia? Is that they have $100 bills, because these are the bills that even ATM will not give you.
Oh wow!
So these have to be some big person to have this. So there were some girls and boys, and I don't know. And my friend went home, and I told him, yes, I know where to come. So, and he asked me, what do I drink? Back then, when I was 18, I drank always Captain Morgan with the Coke. So he gave me
Cuba Libre.
Yes, or just like separately. So when he gave me the $100 bill, and I went to the bar, I asked for one Captain Morgan and one Coke. And when I came back to the table with that, I gave him 86.35, like this, the change. And he was like, "Are you crazy? This is not how we do it. Come, I will show you." So he threw $100 bill to the waiter. That this is tip for you, and other $100 bill, give him a bottle of Captain Morgan. So yes, and then we started drinking. He started to be a little aggressive.
To you?
Yes. No, when I wanted to go home.
Oh.
Because I was tired and I really, really wanted to go home. But he was like, "Oh no, don't go, don't be," and so on. So after, I don't know, 6 hours at 8 a.m. or something, I finally got out with a bottle of Captain Morgan. And I had no idea about the prohibition in Australia, that you cannot have a bottle. So I sat on the bus stop, and I knew exactly I have 3 stops there. There is a house where I can sleep. So I was waiting for the bus and holding the bottle. I fell asleep.
That you were a total bezdiak.
Yes, I was bezdiak back then. And I got woke up by 2 police officers.
Oh, God.
And I was looking at them like, what? Like I didn't know what is happening.
It says that the microphone is lagging, but
Which one?
we have excellent connection, so I don't know, guys.
And it shows it's fine there.
Yeah,
Or
I think
maybe-
your connection might be...
refresh the site.
Yeah.
Maybe. They took me to the police station, and Miguel, believe it or not, the cell, it was just a little bit far, like further away from city center. There were just 2 policemen, but the cell, there was a bed, other room with prepared towel and shower gel.
And PlayStation 5.
No. But so I got some sleep. I woke up, and they told me to have a shower. So I did, of course.
Wash your ass.
But I was
Wash your stinking ass.
but I was still pretty hungover, so I was not very comfortable. But then they asked me that, "What do you want for breakfast?" I was like, "Breakfast? I don't know, bread." "Oh, we are going to make scrambled eggs. Would you like some?" I was like, "Yes, okay."
Wow.
So yes, and then they asked me if I want an interpreter, Slovak language. I was like, "We understand each other," and he said that, "Okay, let's have it official. You may get
A citation.
yes, a citation to your file, so let's have an interpreter." And he came. He was from Spišská Nová Ves. So it was very, very...
Making a shit ton of money in Australia, right?
It was very funny.
Because those interpreters that, for example, in the US, when there's some obscure language, which Slovak would be obscure, it's like thousands of of dollars.
It is.
Yeah.
And you have to have right
Stamp, pečatka.
stamps, yes, to make official documents. It's not that easy. So, for
But
example, you can speak English, you can speak Slovak, but you wouldn't be able to do it because you don't have the stamp for
No,
official.
not at all, because I only know Degesh Slovak, so.
So yes, and he came. He asked me immediately. He said, "Čau, Slovak, za alcohol, že?" And I was like, yes. And then we talked, we had fun. They told me why they arrested me and so on. But after all of this, the transportation, the sleep, breakfast, and transportation home was $50, so 35 euros, which for on Australian prices was one of the best ones.
Did they give you something on your file?
No, they didn't.
So you don't have any issues entering Australia?
No, because I claimed that I had no idea about the prohibition, and they believed me. But it was real that I didn't have.
For sure, but maybe the law is different. But you are so lucky this didn't happen in the U.S. Believe me, the U.S. cops they wouldn't.
But these were just like chilled cops, They, I don't know. I could imagine them like surfing. They had the long hair and just.
I think in most civilized places, cops are.
Yes, but
are okay, but when it comes to
nothing like Slovak prison.
But yeah, in the U.S. they would have probably knocked you out.
Yeah,
For sure. But do you have any more of these stories that you want to share?
I have one more. It is from Thailand.
Okay, before we go to Thailand, let's just have a look at the chat because we ignored it for. So they said that the mic is fine. Okay, Nietzsche. Okay. Yeah, nothing like. Okay, so we are. we are okay. We didn't miss anything, right?
Okay.
Guys, by the way, you still have a chance to win the keyboard.
So you have to message Miguel on his Instagram.
And after you followed Yodoch and
Yeah.
after you subscribe to
And
something
why do you want the keyboard? Give us a good reason.
Yeah.
So yes, the Thailand story is a story about the magic cigarettes. And
The ones that make you laugh?
Yeah. Did you see the movie The Beach with DiCaprio?
Yes, I did.
So it was 10 minutes by boat from that place.
Okay.
It was the island called PP. But yeah.
Is there small PP and big PP
No,
island?
there is a thing that when you go on an excursion by boat, there is one lady who everyone wants to be their guide because her name is Rihanna. She says that she cannot sing like Rihanna, but she can dance like Rihanna. And she has got explanation for every island. So there is Mosquito Island because there is many mosquitoes. Monkey Island because there are monkeys. Beach Island because all around the island is only beach. But don't ask me why it is PP Island, you know. So, so yes.
But
And
is there a reason why it's PP island?
I don't know. I did
Many PPs?
I didn't find out. I was there for 2 weeks and then I went to and then I went to the middle of Thailand to and I stayed for a month with monks, but that's different story. So I was 18. It was the same year. I was 18 and I wanted to, experience something. So I went to the bar and it was called Hippies Bar. So where else you can buy magic cigarette if not there?
Did you see the ping pong show?
Ping pong show. What is that?
When they take the ping pong and they put it somewhere and they spit it out.
Oh no! I didn't.
What a shame.
But I had the magic cigarette with one of the locals, and we were sitting on the sidewalk, and he was telling me the stories about the lady boys and stuff. Like you have to be very careful. Like look, coming here, 40% lady boy, or 60% or something, And as we were smoking, the policeman approached us. And then you start thinking about how hard is it to get from, or no, how easy is it to get to Thailand jail, and how hard is it to get out when you hear it and so on.
Yeah, drugs are a big thing that, it could be very bad.
Yeah, but what happened was that the police or the guy immediately left. I don't know why, and that made me even more scared. And he asked me, like, where are you from? I was like, Slovakia. Oh, Hamšík. Marek Hamšík.
They knew Hamšík.
And škrtil. Yes. Okay. Passport. So I gave him the passport. Okay, so he gave it back to me, and he took me the cigarette. He took the cigarette from me, and he was like, "What is this?" I was like, "Okay, I'm not going to lie. It is what it is." And he was like, "Okay." You like it? I was like, yes, that is the best in Thailand. Bye. And he gave it back to me.
Really?
I almost shit myself.
I think I would have cried because I've watched too many Locked Up Abroad. Have you seen that show?
Yeah, I know.
And in Thailand, they just find the slightest thing and they could even sentence you to death.
They can. But then someone told me that the cop is part of the people who distribute it to the others, and the island is the place where they grow it and so on. And that is the only cop for entire island. He's just the one. So that was the time I started thinking about responsibility.
Jesus Christ! From talking to you, it seems to me that you have a huge guardian angel. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do.
Who's watching out for you?
I don't know, but maybe it is this, or I don't know. But when I went for my first ever travel, I was turning 16. It was 2 days before my birthday, and my parents allowed me to go around Europe by train. So I went, and my father gave me like a keychain of angel, and I have never put it on the keys. I always brings it with me. I always take it with me in the backpack every time. Every time I leave home for more days, I just take it with me. But maybe it is this, maybe not. I don't know. But yes, you're right. When I think about it, yes.
Something's there. Look, I think we know somebody Googled the reason why PP Island is called PP Island.
Oh,
there with Patrick, the last one.
Oh, it's called like that because Slovak politicians love to visit. Oh, okay. You got the point.
Yeah, I think now we know it's called PP Island. Man, let's move on to the next question, which is, what's your biggest dream or goal?
My biggest dream, my personal dream, or my biggest dream in my personal life is to have, of course, a healthy and happy family. But I definitely, and I was always dreaming about having a camp, or my own camp, or accommodation, or hotel, or something. I really, really would like to accommodate people and talk with people because I love working with people.
Like a hostel. You need a hostel.
Yeah, maybe. But the camp would be the best. And my fiance is dreaming about having a farm. So, And now we saw a camp in Brezno. You know Brezno?
I haven't been to Brezno, no.
But there is a camp that is built in the farm. So when you wake up, there is a hen going around, or a goat, or dog.
And you can pick up eggs from the...
Yes, and no, you cannot. You can buy them. But they pick it up, they put it to the fridge, and you can take them for breakfast.
I would love to have a farm just so that I can build a UFO for the hens.
Oh.
Have you seen that?
Yes.
That would be hilarious. And and also to buy my hens tutus. Because they sell tutus, for chickens.
Yeah.
And for the kohut, I would buy the little arms.
Or for the lady of Kohut.
Pani
Kohutova.
Kohutova.
Yes.
Everybody will remember Pani Kohutova.
And so this is the personal life dream, and the dream or the goal I have during my streams and this, I don't know if I can call it a career because this is a hobby, but my goal is, because that's the thing why I started streaming. How many times in your life you have win something?
Many times.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are the lucky one.
I am the lucky one with winning shit, yes.
So you are the lucky one, but I wasn't. And many people I saw on Twitch that they got supported by people by donations, subscribes, and everything. They didn't really give it back. I thought that they are trying to become full-time streamers or full-time content creators. So I was like, okay, so let's, yes, it's fine. And they just need money, they want to quit their job and so on. But then I started seeing others and others and others, some, such as Michaela, for example. She doesn't do a lot of giveaways, but she used to.
Where is she streaming from? She also from Levice?
No. She's from Košice.
Oh, she's far.
No. She comes from Bratislava, but she lives in Košice.
Maybe she knows Petra.
Košice are or is pretty big city, so... But she definitely knows
than
some
Bratislava,
Petra.
But no, I'm talking about Petra Harastrova. This TikToker.
Oh.
Who I wrote her to be on my podcast, but she won't reply.
Maybe she's getting too many messages.
No, she replied the first time, but then she kind of ignored me.
And yeah, so as I was saying, I saw many people doing this. Oh, I don't think I know her. She responds.
Yeah, she's a TikToker.
Yeah. And I started doing the thing that I gave away, or I gave people I gave people a chance to win a giveaway. And I did many small ones, such as for skins, because, they are valuable.
Yes.
Even though they are 2-3 euros, it is still 2-3 euros, just for free. And this is what I started to do. And my goal is to be able to do it as long as I can. Because I just, I have never won. I won 2 things in my life. I don't talk about the betting and so on.
Mm-hmm.
I won on 2 streams. And one of them was Michaela, that I won some skin.
Oh, wow.
But yes, I wanted to give people some positive energy, of course. But on the other hand, I wanted to give them opportunity. And as I get opportunity from Lenovo to have some of their stuff for a different price or sometimes maybe for free or something, I immediately knew that I have to take it because I can give it away, you know.
It's very similar to my philosophy in life. I learned this from my uncle that when you can help, help.
Yes. And I have my job. I am self-employed, as I told you. So I don't need the Twitch money, you know. So everything that comes from Twitch, I take and I put something from my own and I buy stuff and I give it away. And I repeat this process all the time. And yes, one of my viewers donated me last Christmas 400 euros.
Oh, wow.
And he told me, please buy a screen and a table because my first table was a foldable table.
Oh, wow. It takes time. It takes time to build. It's
it
like
does.
also people ask me like about all this stuff, and I said, guys, it's 3 years of buying. Like you don't. I also started off with small crap.
But you are on very, very good way to, you know, to become the biggest podcaster in Slovak Republic.
Oh, and I think the biggest I always want to be Dusan with Recast, but second would be okay with me.
Yeah.
And again, I think that for me the motivation to grow my followers is that's the only way that doors will open, right? Because I think a lot of people when they see the small amount of followers, they don't want to talk to me. So
it depends, you know. It depends. For example, for some people such as Dusan, it didn't matter.
yeah, this is the thing. But there's very few. There's a lot of people with egos.
Yes, ego is one of the worst things in our lives.
Yeah. That's why when Sandys asked me to be on his podcast, I was like, okay. I even offered him to come and do it here in the studio, but he lives in Svetovi Rit. Sorry, Sandys, but
Svetovi Rit? What is that?
Like in the
Like
ass
Bricky?
of the world.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Like so far away. So
And where does he live?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Just he said 4 or 5 hours away, so that's already
4 or 5 hours away is just Košice or something.
well.
Nothing else is 4 hours or 5 hours away from Bratislava. Or maybe Prague.
But this would be a good studio for people to come to. I think it's, slowly improving it.
Yeah.
And making it look good.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's move on to my next question, and that's more around what are your plans for your Twitch channel?
What are my plans? Now we started planning a CS:GO league because again, this was the biggest gap on the Twitch, not just the giveaways, but the tournaments for amateurs. You know, as an amateur, you cannot play a tournament because there are two good people, and you are going to be just disappointed by participating.
Yes,
and you are going to get sad and so on. And we started in cooperation with these guys, in cooperation with some people from my chat who actually put their own money into it, as I do. We created an esport organization called Yodoch, and we do tournaments for amateurs to give them a chance to play. And sometimes to play against professional CS:GO players because
I'll get my ass kicked.
but so many professional CS:GO players who shouldn't even I don't want to swear, like shouldn't even give a fuck, you know, about our little tournament, but they joined it, and even some streamers, some YouTubers, and other people. So we are planning to do a league where you get to play much more matches, many more matches than in a tournament, because the tournament can be like only for 8-9 hours, you know, for the winner. So because otherwise it's too long. So the league is the thing, and 1st of September I'm going to announce another competition till Christmas for 2,000 euros.
Oh, wow, guys, you heard it here first.
In the skins, yes, in CS:GO skins.
2,000, yeah, that's a lot
2,000
of money,
euros.
dude.
But again, I couldn't afford. I would not be able to afford it. But the people from the chat, one guy messaged me, "I have the knife for 500 euros. Do you want it for the competition?" I was like, "Yes."
Wow.
And I give away my skins and so on. Do you think, Miguel, that I have ego too, or what? I don't understand. No, he was talking about. I think he was talking about other people who he invited to the podcast, and maybe
Yes.
they didn't reply, or they left him at scene, or they said, "You are nobody. I'm not coming." So he's talking about.
Yeah, no, Sandys, we are talking about that exactly.
Yeah.
That me inviting people.
And I would like to do different streams than the CS:GO and then the gaming, because I would
Different
like.
games.
No. I would like to invite people to my life. IRL streams, cooking streams. I sometimes stream fishing and IRL and so on, but I'm not very experienced with that because, you fish. So I fish, I smoke, I drink, and I talk. That is the full story.
We could do cooking. I'm good at cooking actually.
So am I. I think I'm good at cooking, but I love cooking. It's my hobby.
Me too.
So even sometimes there is no one to eat it, but I just cook. And I would cook every day, 3 times per day, if there will be someone to clean it up after me.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I have a dishwasher.
Me too, but still, I make a mess.
Yeah, you need. It's always That's why you always need to cook with somebody because alone is just. But yeah, maybe we will do some cooking stream in the future. My end game, you know what my dream is to review games and tech.
Like a review, like to get a new game and
Yeah.
do a review and the tech stuff. But how hard is it to get to the new game? Like how hard can it be?
It's just about like building enough following so that the companies notice you and they give you early access, right? Because once the game is out, there's just too many competition.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
So it's just about that. So hopefully one day, I also want to pick up streaming again because I was doing my Mario streaming. So I need.
We can play CS:GO together.
Maybe, but as I said, I'm absolutely garbage.
So am I, as you heard, as you saw. So
But I don't know. Before we finish, I just would like it if you could please give a message to the audience, maybe some positivity or your closing message.
My closing message is going to be that never be ashamed of what are you doing if you do it with full of your heart, because I have there is a story behind this as well. When I started streaming, I had no face. No camera, because I was afraid what my friends will say about that I'm going to get lots of hate from my friends, because my friends are much older than I am. My younger friend the youngest friend from my group, or the closest to me, is 27 to 28, so it's like 4 or 5 years difference. So I was very, very afraid, but suddenly, just from nothing, I didn't think about it, I didn't do anything. I just decided to put a camera and just I did it, and I'm doing it till today. And even when you will have haters or someone will hate you for what you are doing, try to learn from that and ignore it a little bit. You have to find the balance between learning from things that people say and ignoring it on one side. And there will be many people who will try to ruin your dream, tell you that is horrible, you will never get it anywhere, and so on. But if you like it, just do it and go for it. It was such a cliche, but that was my story, that I was afraid to show my face and what everyone will say. I'm not, Brad Pitt and so on.
Neither am I. So,
but then people showed me the support, and they didn't care how do I look, and I don't care how other people look. And I even told my friends that I stream, or I didn't really tell them, because I got shared by Andrej Bičan. Poznáš Andreja Bičana? Andrej Bičan, interpreter in RTVS. In 5 proti 5, takéto. Televíziu nepozeráš?
Nepozerám.
Nepozeráš?
Nemám televízia.
So, a nemáš televíziu. So my classmates do fun of me because I do YouTube videos, and that is it what I'm talking about. If you like it, if you do it with your full heart, and you give you put effort into it, just ignore them. But don't focus like that. Oh, they are going to be jealous when I will be rich and so on. Just you can tell them, okay, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Thank you. And we can, for example, I go with my friends for a beer, and they don't really. Two of them are in my chat. They are subscribers. One of them is just a supporter, and two of them don't like it because it is not for everyone, and they don't understand. You play games and people pay to you, and they just don't understand.
I think that at the age that Sandy's has, your classmates will make fun of whatever you do. It doesn't matter if it's YouTube or if it's whatever. Like, that's how kids are.
Yeah. And there is a question I would like to answer.
Yeah.
How long do you think CSGO will stay on the scene? The problem with CSGO is only one, that they think they have no concurrency. Yes.
Or relevance.
Yes. And they have, but the games cannot be the same. So, for example, we have Valorant, which is modded CSGO actually, but CSGO have very, very strong roots, and it is going to be very hard for them to put CSGO aside, because it is the most popular professionally played game, and of course the highest paid one, if I am right. So in my opinion, CSGO is going to be here with us till my kids will be able to play CSGO.
Man, it's been around since I remember, maybe 16, 17 years ago. We were hooking up PCs to do LAN parties with CS, with Counter-Strike, I think 1.0 or
1.6.
1.6, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we had a source and something, and then 1.6.
And we had a blast with the old computers, dude. But
We actually went to the cafes, to internet cafes, to play.
that's even better, because we used to have to carry. Imagine this back in the day, kids. That we used to have to carry these big computer monitors and towers and bring it to each other's houses and connect
to your neighbors and connect it, and
It was insane. Now everything can be done,
but
even on a laptop.
It was fun.
It was. Like, it was some of the best memories gaming like that. Michal, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you. I really appreciate that you traveled almost 2 hours to Bratislava to be in something po anglicky. I think this is what this podcast is about, right? Getting to know people. And
I am so honored to be here, to have the chance to speak, and maybe to help Zendis with his classmates.
Yeah, I hope you have a good time. You had a good time. And once again, let's remind people about, guys, we have a Lenovo K300 RGB. I think this might be around €80, something like that.
Yeah. So
90 euro.
Something.
It's signed by Yodoch.
And
it can be
hopefully
yours.
it's going to be signed by Michal as well.
Maybe, if they want.
And are we going to roll it live?
Do you want to?
I don't know. I have time. As I said, I have all week free, so I have 2 hour ride back, but for me it's fine. I would like to really win that, so you have to give us a good reason.
We will choose offline.
Offline?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we got to talk about other stuff. I don't want to keep you here too long.
Okay.
You're going to help me to identify some people from Twitch, especially. That's not my forte.
Okay.
Guys, if you want to see Yodoch again, put it in the chat. I mean, he'll have to drive to Bratislava again, but to je život.
We are going to do cooking stream together.
We should. Thank you so much again.
Guys,
thank you. Please subscribe. 83% of you watch the videos, but don't subscribe. Please do. Thank you to, what was your girlfriend's name? Romana. Thank you for visiting. You have a great guy, lucky girl, but you are probably lucky man too.
Yeah, I am.
Thank you very much, guys.